What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We are back on the Desolation map. I hope you guys were sitting down as you looked at the mall, because it's undergone a huge transformation. That's right, guys. I've been working my little butt off nonstop. It's been raining. You know, I can't go outside as much. So I've been putting in a lot of work at this mall. I'm not going to show you this mall today. I'm not going to show you the progress that I've done on it. We're going to save that for this week. I'm going to show you all the things that we're working on. What I want to say to you guys right now, before I get into anything, is I am ready to make an announcement. Okay? Every 100 episodes, I do a special. Episode 100 was a cyber subscriber extravaganza bonanza. Episode 200 was my hip-hop music video. Episode 300... I struggled. I thought about what I wanted to do. But I'm going to tell you guys in advance what we're going to do for episode 300, which is quickly approaching. For episode 300, I want to have this mall completed. That's right. I will unveil the final mall product at episode 300. Now, I know what you're saying, Bean. Do you have enough time to finish the mall? I don't know. I'm a little bit scared. I don't know why I just said that to you guys. That was probably a bad thing to say. Oops. Okay? But I'm going to try. I'm going to try my hardest, guys. Alright, so that's the announcement number 1. Announcement number 2 is I'm about to do something I've never done before. Ever. In Minecraft. And I'm going to attempt to write in cursive. Here we go. You guys are about to see me derp around in cursive in Minecraft. Oh boy, this is a crazy video. This is a crazy video, okay? Now you're probably wondering, Bean, what are you going to write in cursive? What's so important that it has to be in cursive? Well, announcement number 3. I'm full of announcements today, guys. Announcement number 3 is this mall has a name. Oh yes, this mall has a name. Now, I'm not going to tell you what that name is. I'm going to let you watch it. You're going to watch it. Let's see if you can figure it out. For those of you who don't know how to read cursive, you're SOL. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. It was a struggle, guys. It was a struggle. I had Moosh Cow helping me, but it was just a trial and error thing, really. You know, I know cursive pretty well. I can write in cursive because I was trained, and I'll get into that in a moment. But it was very difficult, guys, and we had to do a lot of... We had to write this sign 3 times. Let me tell you that right now. I'm going to edit this video out. This is a shorter video today, but it took us over an hour to make this sign. Over an hour, guys. I made the sign, then we had to shift it over, then I remade the sign, and we had to shift it over, then I had to remade the... Oh, man. So I'm going to try to include the interesting parts, okay? So it's going to be a shorter video. Which means it's time to get up into the creative question of the week, because it is Monday, and that means creative question of the week time. Oh, baby. Oh, the signs coming together. Guys, be sure to leave some creative questions for me. I'm running low. And to be honest with you, today's question wasn't the most creative. I was struggling to find creative questions from you guys. So I really would appreciate if you would take the time right now while you're watching this video to think of a question that I could answer. It doesn't have to be about anything in particular. It's creative question of the week, which means I want you to bring something to the table. I'm building cursive signs for you guys. The least you can do for me is think of a question, okay? Not too much to ask, I really do hope. Ooh, does that say Vil? Maybe. Alright, so today's creative question of the week comes from Zachary Gibson. Alright, thank you, Zachary. He asks, what was your childhood like, and how did it shape the person you are today? Oh, baby. Thank you, Zachary, for... We're going deep, I guess. Thank you for that question. We're going deep again. Seeing as how this is a short video, I'm not going to get into my history of childhood. I'll briefly say some things, but there's one thing I want to touch on, and that's the one thing that I feel like influenced me the most. As a child, we did a lot of moving around. My dad basically his job was to bring telecommunications to third world nations, basically. That kind of rhymes. This is way before cell phones existed, and, you know, the third world nations, they needed a cell phone infrastructure, right? So he would go to all these different countries. He would spend weeks, months even there, and he did a lot of traveling. So, I got to travel a lot as a kid, but that also meant we had to move a lot. We did a lot of moving around because you switched from, job to job, from position to position within companies. So we did a lot of moving. And as a result, I never really got settled in the school. Like in 5th grade, I had to move to another school. And then in 6th grade, I had to move to another school. And then in 7th grade, I had to move to another state. And then in 9th grade, I came back to a different state. Oh, man, I did a lot of moving, which meant I didn't really have a solid friendships. I'd make friends, and then I'd have to move, and I'd never hear from them again, which kind of sucks because, like today, I don't have these long-term friends that I can call friends from childhood, So that kind of sucked. It was definitely a downside. But the positive side was that as a result of my dad traveling so much, he had a lot of miles. And we weren't the most wealthy family by any stretch of the imagination, but we got to travel a lot. A lot. And as a result, I've been to all sorts of countries, and I went there not as an adult, but as a child. And I think that was a very, very important thing for me. Because a lot of us, let's just talk about, the U.S., okay? I know I talk a lot about the U.S., but that's just where I am. So, in the U.S., we're not really motivated to travel as much. Like Canadians, they get out and travel. Australians, they get out and travel. Europeans, they see the world. But in America, we're not really, encouraged to do that. We're supposed to go to school until you finish high school. Then you're supposed to go to college right after high school. Then right after you get out of college, you're supposed to start working. And you're supposed to join the workforce. Then you're supposed to work for the next 50 years with getting 2 weeks of vacation a year. And then you die. Okay, that's what we do in America. It's not like that in other countries, guys. And I had to go to other countries as a child to learn that. That's right. I went to other countries and I got to see culture that doesn't have anything to do with America. And that was the most eye-opening thing in the world. Growing up in this country, we're taught the thing I just told you. Go to school, get a degree, go to work, get in your coffin. That's what we're taught, all right? But that's not the way life is supposed to be. Life is supposed to be filled with happiness and excitement and wonder and new experiences. If you're sitting in the same cubicle for 50 years, you're not seeing any new, you're not feeling anything new, you're not growing, you're just sitting there making money for somebody else. So as a child, I got to see all these different cultures. I went to impoverished nations, and I learned as a child I learned this, and it was super beneficial for me. I learned that happiness does not come from anything external. Happiness is not something you can buy, not something you can find, not something you can acquire, not something that anyone can give you. Happiness comes 100% from within you. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to find this happiness inside of you. That's up to you. But I'm going to tell you that it is in there. So many people are searching for happiness outside of themselves. They're looking for a partner who makes them feel better about themselves. They're looking for a job that makes them feel like they're contributing to something, They eat food to make them feel better. They do all these things. They try to buy fast cars to make them feel young again. But they try to make a lot of money because they think they can buy friends and buy products that will make them happy. But none of that makes you happy, guys. None of it. The only thing that can make you happy is being truly accepting of who you are and what you are, and realizing who and what you are and loving every last bit of it. That's where happiness comes from. It doesn't come from a Corvette or a Chevy or an Impala or anything like that, okay? It comes from you. All right. Now, I know I got deep there for a second, okay? We're supposed to be talking about childhood. Let's talk about one more thing from my childhood. It was that we were taught in school. We weren't just taught, we were pounded with cursive. I don't think they're teaching this in school anymore. I don't know why they taught us cursive in school. I'm not that old. They taught us how to type really fast, and they taught us how to write in cursive in my school in like 3rd, 4th grade. And, I always thought that why would we ever have to learn cursive? That didn't make any sense. Like, all we have to do is learn how to sign our name, right? But we still, we're pounded with cursive hours each day. We get like cursive class. And I never thought it was beneficial. Let me be honest with you guys. it never was beneficial till right now. Those cursive classes prepared me for Minecraft. Heck yeah. So I can't hate it on them too much. I can't hate on it. I don't know why we learn cursive. I hope you guys are not learning cursive in school today, because it is a waste of time. Everybody's time. The teacher's time, your time, the government money's time. Yeah, so if you're learning cursive right now, I would like you to play this video for your teacher, please, and tell him or her that the only time you're ever going to use cursive is some random event in a video game 30 years down the line. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Alright guys, this was a short video, but we got the Coville Mall! Shout outs to Monroeville Mall. If you know what the Monroeville Mall is, then you understand why this is called the Coville Mall. Wow! I just got so much confidence from doing this sign. I just tried to do something I've never done before and knocked it out of the park home run. Thank you to Moosh Cow for helping me move the letters over several times. That was a lot of work, but we got it done. This sign looks amazing! I love it! I love this sign. I cannot wait for you guys to come in here and check it out. What we're going to do is we're going to copy that sign onto this side. I'm going to have to do the facade, but this side's going to have the exact same sign on it. Oh my goodness, if this isn't the coolest mall you've ever seen in Minecraft, I don't know. You better tell me which one is, because I got to see it, okay? So I think I'm going to show the mall. I'm going to show the progress off tomorrow, probably tomorrow. But thank you guys for watching, as always. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you, Moosh Cow, for helping. Thank you for being you. And seek out those unique experiences, guys. All right, happy Minecrafting. Peace.